Greetings everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Kiyonah. It's been a while since I posted, and I think I'm just going to ramble today in a personal way and just share my thoughts with you. Lately what I've been dealing with is liberation and liberty. I've been dealing with freedom in the midst of adverse circumstances. And I've been dealing with realizing that what's still really needed in humanity is unity. There is strength in unity, and unity is strengthened by diversity. And I can only speak for myself, but a lot of times I have opinions that are very strong, and they're based on understanding but not necessarily knowledge. I was listening to an interview on NPR with Naomi Klein, and listening to the intelligent way, the articulate way that she spoke about these huge issues just made me feel really small and inadequate, actually. She didn't make me feel that way, but I realized that I need to try a lot harder to read more books and expose myself to intelligent information. And I usually don't watch TV or read the papers or anything like that. And I think it's starting to show. I wanted to intentionally stop feeding myself with outside information in order to see what the nature of my own thoughts is. And now I know that, and now I need to change it. So, liberation and liberty. Liberty, in my opinion, is the right to live in the way that you see fit. And it's a deprivation of human rights to not know what your rights are, or to even know that you can refuse to consent to something. So in order to really have liberty, you have to liberate yourself from the shackles that are so invisible, like the programming we get in public school, or how we get used to mass media and all the themes and perspectives that are presented from other people's minds, other people's imaginations. And we can get zombified if we're not living a really dank, deepster kind of life, you know? And so I'm always striving to be that way. It's like I have a built-in radar that won't let me be programmed. And that can be really hard, actually. But my daughter is in public school, and she tells me a lot of stuff that I wish she wasn't being exposed to. And so that's an opportunity not only to teach her, but to remind myself of what I want to manifest in the world and what I want to carry on into the future. So I think it's about consciousness, really, just practicing consciousness to whatever degree you can in each situation. And then freedom in adverse situations. When you get into adverse situations, it can be close to impossible to feel like you are actually free. You know, and you create your own reality, and you're just perceiving things a certain way, but yet the hard objective reality of the situation seems to have you in shackles, whether it's a lot of debt, or whether it's legal trouble, or intense relationship troubles, or whatever. And what I was telling my daughter was, she told me that there was these girls at school that wouldn't play with her, and were always saying that they were better than her because they had nicer clothes and nicer hair and an iPhone, and they're 7 years old. And I said to her, they are Babylonians, and you are a rainbow. She's also part Native American. I said, there's no better than or worse than. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Come from your place of power, not your place of victimhood, because in Babylon is where we have comparisons and consumerism and standards you have to meet to be acceptable. And we don't have that in Rainbow, really, unless you're a hipster and you have to be the coolest or something, or a high holy and you have to be more spiritual and smarter than everyone. But those situations are rare. So I told her that the way to have freedom in this adverse situation of bullying is to carry her divine radiance with her through whatever world she walks in, whether it's rainbow, whether it's Babylon. Carry her rainbow self into Babylon, but don't carry her Babylon self into rainbow. Just be her divine Jessie self in any reality that she walks through. And I'm extremely moody, usually. And I can be in a dark funk where it seems like I have a whole different personality. And then I'll fade into being extremely spiritual and loving. And then I'll get mad as hell about something. And then I'll start laughing and just feel peaceful and blissed out to be alive. But I carry my true authentic self and my divine radiance through all of those moods and all of those situations. And I think that liberates me. I don't want to feel attached to any one way of being or any one way of thinking or doing or feeling. And I think it's time to really step it up a level. I hesitate to say that because I feel like maybe I won't, but clean up the messes in my life, get my health fixed. I need to get my teeth fixed and some other stuff that was neglected when I was in really hard circumstances, so that I feel good about myself and I'm healthy. I want to start making a lot of money this year, and with that money I want to take good care of my children, and I want to sponsor other activists and artists. And that's going to take 3 or 4 months, but that's okay. I want to be the best mom I can be each day. I want to be a conscious parent. I want to be in the present moment and not be reaching for the future or dwelling on the past as much. Sort of feel all of it at the same time, the past, the present, and the future. But be here in the present moment. When I drive down a road, say, this is a beautiful road. Not, this road reminds me of that road in North Carolina. But I still do that. Because that's where my heart really wants to be, and everybody knows it. And I feel like, personally, I'm finally crossing a hump where it's been so many years of intense suffering and healing that it's getting to where I can transition and relax into being my real self again, because I've gotten enough stuff squared away. That's just the kind of things running through my head today as I sit here and meditate in Pulaski Park on another beautiful Sunday, as my daughter plays in the lake and my baby sleeps beside me peacefully. Just enjoying good music and feeling the breeze and watching the sunshine and enjoying some good coffee, I hope you're having a good day too. So remember to be beautiful and be free and be true to yourself. Be blissed whenever you can, and be blessed and be a blessing. Happy Father's Day, everyone. And as you go through your day and your night and your weekend, take care and take it easy. And until I talk with you again, namaste and blessed be.